Will everybody know that you filed bankruptcy? Hey, I'm Mike Goldstein. I've been a practicing bankruptcy attorney in Massachusetts since 2006. And it's a question that I get asked all the time. Does filing bankruptcy mean that your name goes up on a billboard somewhere? Well, it doesn't, but I get why they ask. So here's the honest answer. Bankruptcy is a public court proceeding. Anybody technically can go pull the file if they have access to the federal ECF system. That part's true, but public record and your neighbors finding out are two very different things. Nobody's printing your name in the paper. Nobody's putting a sign on your lawn. The people who generally get notified are the ones with a stake in it, the creditors, the court, interested parties in the case, not your book club, not your employer, at least not automatically. They're just not looped in either. That's how the process works in most cases. Now, there's a difference between something being technically accessible and something being on public display. A court file sits in a database, it's called ECF, and it's not the same as your coworkers finding out over coffee. Somebody would have to know your name, they'd have to know which court you filed in, they'd have to go looking on the database in that court on purpose. Most people have better things to do, quite frankly. The mistake I see is that people avoid filing bankruptcy for years because they're picturing a scenario that almost never happens. Meanwhile, the calls keep coming, the debt keeps growing, that fear costs real money. And it's a shame if the only thing keeping you from finding out what your options really are is fear. That's just not a good thing. So get the facts first, then decide what's right for you at that point.